evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you have the time to watch this video. I greet you all and I hope you had an amazing Thursday and an amazing week so far. Tomorrow is Friday, and many people are looking forward for this weekend because it's the weekend of love. It's the Valentine's weekend, so everybody is looking forward to it, especially those ones who have the Valentines, their lovers or their loved one, I would say. And they're looking forward to it, and you started planning. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna give my spouse? What am I gonna give my girlfriend or whatever, or my significant other? But I am coming to actually propose and give you an idea for a gift. If you have not yet, I know the cliche for Valentine's Day is what? Flowers, perfume, or lingerie, or whatsoever your significant other would give it to you. But for me, as an investor, I think far. I don't want just something that I'm gonna give my. I have a significant other. Okay, so I don't want to give him something that would just. We just last for Valentine's Day. First of all, uh, side note, honestly, personally, I actually am not too into like celebrating Valentine's Day like that. I actually see love as a celebration of every day. If you have somebody that you love, if that person has to wait one day in a year to give you flowers or one day in the year to spoil you, uh, there's a problem. And I'm so grateful that I have somebody that does not wait for that. So I'm very private about my relationship, but I can tell you that I'm not really a Valentine's person, but also I spoil. I won't say spoil, but I cherish my significant other, and it's the same way he also cherished me. That is side note. But okay, so I'm coming because this weekend everybody is going. Like, if you are in a relationship, if you are married, and most, I'm actually going to talk to married people, people that are in real commitment relationship. I'm not going to talk about the gift that I'm going to actually talk about. Is not a gift that you should give to just a boyfriend, okay? Or somebody you met 2 days ago, or somebody you met on Tinder, or wherever you met that person. That is not the gift for them. You can give them flowers or chocolate. That's a good gift for them. But I'm going to talk to married people today. I want to talk to married people and people that are really, really settled with that person for a long run. If you are married with somebody, it's for a long run, right? For me as a Christian, when you're married, hey, it's that's it. But of course there can be circumstances that happen, and of course you can divorce and stuff like that. Those are also situations that life is not perfect, you know. But I want to talk about married people. I want to talk about people that are in a real commitment relationship. I won't say that dating is not a real commitment relationship, but dating you can actually come out very easily. Like, if I'm dating a guy today and I don't like him anymore, I can just get out, you know. But if I'm married to that person, I have to think about, oh, wait a minute, what is it gonna cost me to get out of this marriage? You have to count the cost before you actually get out of marriage. So that's a real commitment, because you committed your assets, you have things together. So it's something that you don't just get out easily. So I want to talk about those people. If you are dating your boyfriend, this video might not be useful for you. But if you are thinking of having a long-term relationship, yeah, this can be actually good for you. So I want to talk to people that are already in a long-term relationship. So, as I said in the beginning, if you don't know me, I want to introduce myself and talk more before I talk about the gift, because it's everything is aligned, right? So my name is Aline Motoni. This is my YouTube channel or my Facebook page, wherever you're getting to watch this, whenever time you get to watch. And I would say I'm a long-term investor in the marketplace and the stock market and real estate and market. I would say marketplace in general, and I've been an investor for long around 11 going on to 12 years. And I would say to be honest. I became an investor not because I was looking to be an investor. It was used to circumstances. I became an orphan at a young age, and I lost my parents, my mom when I was 13 months, my dad when I was 5 years. And I lived this like many painful circumstances, which I wrote a book about. I wrote a biography called From Bondage to Freedom: How God Turned My Pain into a Purpose and My Mess into a Message. It is available everywhere books are sold online. It's available uh, Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, Target, Walmart, wherever books are sold online. And yesterday, I actually found out that it was available on eBay, but it was sold out. So I am so humble and thankful for that. And also, Pinterest also had it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, it is so humbling to see how this book is impacting many people that are reading. And if you have not read my story, I encourage you to read it, because it's going to encourage you actually to know how you can turn your pain into a purpose and allow God to turn your mess into a message. Okay, so that's a side of my story. So all of those part of my life made me actually seek for more knowledge, because I wanted to study a course that was not in the country where I was. So I had to think of, oh my goodness, how can I find funding to be able to pay for my school fees? And that's how I would say, miraculously, I fell into a video that changed the course of my life. And the video was an interview by Mr. Warren Buffett. And Mr. Warren Buffett, if you don't know him, please Google him. He's one of the greatest investors who's still alive, and I am literally following his footstep. Like, I literally follow every footstep. I've read, I won't say all of the books that talks about him, but I've read a lot of books that talk about his investment and how he invests. And yeah, so I started investing in 2011. And yeah, and I started learning about investment in 2009, and then I invested into my first stock in 2011. So I had 3 years of learning, and then I invested in the stock market. So I'm a long-term investor. So the reason why I'm giving you my background is because I want you to and for you to understand where I'm coming from with this video. So anything that I give to my significant other, okay, like the people that I love the most, my close people, okay, my family, my loved ones. I want to give a gift that is a long term gift, that is not gonna just be flowers. Can they will last maybe a week and they will just fade away. um Things, they are gifts that are good, but those gifts do not really like perpetuate. And for me, I'm into really something that is a long term, especially when it's for somebody that I love and care for. So for me, I want to talk to you about one of the best gifts, if not actually, I would say the best gift, other than, of course, I'm Christian. I would say the best gift is salvation. But I'm talking about like, like palpable gift. The best gift for me that I can think of to give your spouse or your loved one is an index universal life insurance, or IUL. Now, when I talk about life insurance, everybody's like, oh my god, you're talking about death. Oh my goodness. Like, do you want this person to kill me, or that? Because many people have this connotation of life insurance as you doing it if, let's say, you are dying, or let's say if something bad, if or if you want to kill the other person. Because I've watched so many movies of people taking life insurance and then going to a honeymoon and you kill the spouse just for the insurance. Or you think about all the, but no, not really. Like, those are the extremes. Those are like once in a 10 or billion situation or conditions that I can say. But this universal life insurance. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. I've been talking all day, so I'm sorry if I'm speaking like I'm tired. I'm tired. Um, so this IUL, I'm gonna do the short term. IUL is the index universal life insurance. The IUL is not a traditional life insurance. It's not like a term life insurance. The term life insurance is a traditional life insurance. It's a life insurance that people take. Actually, they don't actually own it. It's a renting. They rent the life insurance, and it's for a death benefit. So if you will only benefit, it doesn't actually benefit you, but it benefits the people, the beneficiary when you die. Okay, so it doesn't really benefit you. So I actually don't understand why it's called life insurance, because if it's benefiting my death, it should be called death insurance. Anyway, that's my thoughts. But this one that I'm talking about, the IUL, it is not just doesn't just have the death benefit. Yes, it does have the death benefit included. However, it is actually more than that. First of all, it is not an insurance that you rent, it's an insurance that you own. To me, I consider that kind of life insurance as my savings account per se, because it is far more better to invest in an IUL and and use it for emergency fund than actually have a savings account in a bank. Let me give you a reason. When you have your money in a bank, the money is affected by inflation. It's affected by the interest. It's affected by taxes. It's affected by everything. Okay, but if you have your money in the IUL, before you contribute, you will pay the taxes to the IRS. But then after that, it does not. It's tax free. It's not affected by the inflation, and it is not affected by the taxes. How good is that? How better is that? So for me, I will tell you how I found out about the IUL. As I say, I was an investor since 2011, but I didn't know about the IUL because nobody told me about the IUL. But one day, I think it was in 20, when was that? It was 2018. Yes, it was 2017. 2017, I was friend with somebody who was a financial strategist, and he was yeah, financial management or something like that. He was working in a financial management financial company. I was living in Chicago at the time, and we had a talk and all that, because I'm very private when it comes to my private life. I don't really like tell everybody, hey, I'm an investor. Actually, to be honest, I started talking about investment and investing last year, 2021, because God literally met me at my personal time in 2020 during the pandemic and said to me, Aline, you are not doing the right thing. You have knowledge that some people don't have, and you are keeping it for yourself because you are afraid of how people will perceive or how people will say. And I want you to share your knowledge to people. And at that time, of course, I was a people pleaser, so I was scared to tell people that I'm an investor, because I didn't want them to wonder, oh my God, are you this, are you that, are you that? So I kept it secret for a long time, from 2011 to 2020. Nobody knew about my investment skills or anything like that. I just kept it secret. I was minding my own business and just doing whatever I was doing. But anyway, so back to 2017. So now I'm not talking to this person because he's a friend. He was a friend of mine, but I wasn't like really like going to tell him that what was happening in my private investment life. But we became like really close, and I felt in my heart, I was like, you know what, ask him for advice. Like, you've been doing this all this time by yourself. Like, now God has brought you somebody who's actually in finances and in wealth, and now you're in America. Like, you need to know your broader research and all that. And he told me about that, the IUL, and I was like, well, I don't have it. And he's like, what? And then I told him about like what I was doing, like the stocks and all that, and the things that I had. And he's like, "Oh my goodness, Aline, like you need to have an IUL. Like you know, you're about like to next year you're about to be 30. I was 29. I was about to be 30 in 2018." And he's like that, like consider it as like something that you need to do for yourself and for your loved ones, you know. But this is not only gonna benefit you, your loved one. It's not gonna be like a term life insurance. It's not gonna benefit you or them when they are when you are dead, but it actually can benefit them even while you are alive, because you can use it as a college savings or funding for a project or anything like that. And I was like, okay. And then we went together and open an IUL. And I can tell you this, it was a blessing because he helped me to actually know about IUL. I didn't know about IUL where I was. First of all, I educated myself because I was reading books. I was reading books on stocks and investment, but I hadn't really fully read about life insurance and all those kind of things. And that was just a moment for me to be like, oh my goodness, wow, this is so cool. And actually it protected me because when I put, because I was, yes, I was gaining, but I was also, my money at the time before 2017, my money, all my money was in the stock market, in the marketplace. Okay, so if the market will crash, I will lose my money. When the market is great, I was gaining my money. When the market was bad, I was losing. And I was like, oh my God, this is so bad. And I was like, okay, but I didn't really like, okay, because I'm a long term investor, I'm not going to sell my stocks when the market is down. No, 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 no. But I was losing my money, okay? And when I invested in an IUL, I was like, oh my God, actually, I can use this IUL and use a technique called indexing in the stock market, and I will not have to use my money in the stock market. I'm going to just use the interest rate from the IUL to actually put it in the market. So when the market crashes, I don't have anything in the market. I don't have money. My money is not in the market. If there's inflammation, my money is not in the market. And if I need an emergency, if I have an emergency, a big emergency, I can withdraw cash tax free. That was like, oh my God. I'm like, why do people not talk about it? This is so good. And he was telling me, he's like, Ali, this is how people get wealthy. This is how people build generational wealth, because it actually accumulated. And I'm like, okay. And I started reading more about it, and I took classes about life insurance, and I started like thinking, man, God, man, why do people not actually do that? So I want to give you 10 financial benefits of the IUL to actually confirm to you how important it is and how best it will be to gift it to you, to yourself, and to your loved one, into your loved one. Because the beauty of an IUL, it's actually, you can put yes, you put the beneficiary, of course, because it also has a death benefit, but it's not just for the death benefit. You have access to it anytime. It's like an account. It's like your savings account, like I'm telling you, like I was saying, it's a savings account. So there are 10 financial benefits that I want to talk about. The first benefit is obvious. It's a life insurance. We have the death benefit. So if you put 1 million in it, it will whatever. I don't know how long you last. I am going to live 125 years. In Jesus' name, I'm not going to die anytime soon. I have so much to do on this earth, so I am going to live for a long time. So imagine, and I started for me, my first IUL account. I had it in 2017 when I was 29. So imagine that, like, by the time I'm 125 or more, how much it will be. Okay, so it's a lot. Okay, so it has a death benefit. So of course, you have beneficiary for that. The second thing is also a retirement planning thing. So you can use that as your retirement planning. Here in America, there's so many retirement planning. There's the IRA, there's the 401k and all that. But honestly, if you study very well, you'll see that the IUL, the benefit of it, it's tax favored. It's really like literally you pay the taxes during the contribution and then it's tax free. It's cash. It's real cash. But the IRA or the 401k, they defer the taxes to when it's time to distribute to transfer it to your beneficiary. And you know what, delaying taxes is actually not wise, because taxes will keep on going up. Nobody will tell you, oh, some people are like, oh, you know what, but Aline, when I'm older, when I'm past 60, the taxes will be lowered. Let me tell you this, it depends on how much you invested in your 401k or how much you invested in your IRA. So it's not actually accurate on that. So that's another topic that if you want more, you can join the masterclass. I have actually week 5, I go in depth and I give you examples of actually why the IRA or the Roth IRA is not as good as an IUL. Okay, so the first one is death benefit, like any kind of life insurance. The second benefit is retirement planning. For me, as I say, it's my retirement planning, because I don't wanna own an IRA. I don't own an IRA, and I will not own an IRA, and I don't have a 401k. So my retirement planning is in IUL. So college savings, like I was saying, you can withdraw the money, you can save for your children during for college, and then when it's time to have to for college, you can withdraw it and do it. Or project funding, if you have a project and you want to invest, you can actually withdraw your money tax free. Tax free. it's it's crazy. The fifth benefit is estate planning. You can use it for your estate planning too. Like that's why I say this is a good gift for your spouse, because if you give him that gift, like you can plan that for your estate, for your if you're a real estate actually owner, or if you want to own a real estate in the future, this is a good thing. This is a good way to start. Okay, so where was I? I was on 5, estate planning. 6, working capital account. Working capital account is good for entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur, right? So if let's say I have a big project for my business, okay, now, and I don't have to go to the bank and ask for a loan. I can actually take from my IUL and invest in my business. So that's also good. And I'm gonna, if you come if you enroll to the masterclass on week 5, I'm gonna actually explain to you why, if you have an IUL, it's actually advisable to borrow from your IUL account if you have it as a working account, rather than actually withdrawing your money, because when you borrow you have interest, right? Clever. Okay, number 7, real estate management. Like I was saying, if you are a real estate investor, that's also a good thing, right? Um, Number 8, lump sum capital transfer. Let's say if somebody gives you a money, if they pass away and they give you money, that's a good way also to have that. Tax reduction, like I was saying to you, you only pay your taxes during the contribution the first time. When you contribute to your IUL, you pay the IRS, and then from that, the other 3 phases, it's tax free. It's good. So number 10, pension maximization. That's also good, because it allows you to actually maximize your pension. So you're not like really like stuck on one step. So to me, it's the best gift I can give my significant other. And actually, I'm telling you, it's the best gift you can even give to yourself before you even give to another person. This is a gift that you can give to yourself, because the IUL is not just a gift for the people that you care for your beneficiaries, because yes, they will get it, they will get the benefit when you pass away, but even while you are still alive, you can invest in your children college funds with it. You can save money, you can use it for emergency fund, you can use it for so many things that honestly, that I don't even know why people don't own an IUL. I feel like it's for lack of knowledge, to be honest, because I'm telling you, and let me tell you this. There's this things that say, oh, you know what? Life insurance is for wealthy people. Life insurance is for people that have so much money. Da, 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 da. That's a myth. You can even get an IUL and start with $500. As low as $500. I don't even know. I don't even know. I think you can actually get less than that. But there are so many ways. That's what I'm telling you. Many people speculate, but the speculators don't have the skin in the game. For me, I've had an IUL since 2017, since I was 29. And I'm telling you, it has been good, and it's good, and it is getting gooder and gooder and gooder. I know it's gooder is not an English word, but it's getting better and better. And the earlier you start, the more you accumulate. It's a systematic accumulation. That's how people build generational wealth. Let me tell you this. Like I told you my background. My parents died when I was a little child, so I didn't really have like any person who left me like wealth or money to take care of. No, I had to take, like I had to build myself up. But I don't want my children to figure life out. I don't want my children to. I don't want to leave my children nothing. I want to leave them a legacy. I want to leave them an inheritance. So that's why I'm building generational wealth. That's one of the way to build generational wealth, because the IUL is literally, it's a systematic accumulation, and your money multiplies. Sometimes depending on the plan, on the or the plan that you took, it can double. Your money can double every 5 years, every 4 years, every 7 years, depending on the plan. But let me tell you this. Think of it as a gift that you're not only giving, that it would outlive you. Because for me, when I transition, I know for well that my children are safe, that they are covered. I know that the people that I love, that my loved one are covered. I know that my significant other is covered. Why? Because I have an IOL. So it's something that is so cool. And let me tell you this. It is the most beautiful gift you can give to the person that you love. I promise you, it is the most beautiful gift, because giving a life insurance, it's like literally, it's not just talking about death, because I'm not planning on dying anytime soon, y'all. Like I said, 125. I want to see at least 5 generations. I want to be able to bless my children until to the 5th generation, and then I'll be ready to go home. But it's not about that. It's the beauty of actually giving a gift that not only blesses the person but blesses them from generation to generation. And it's an investment. It's like buying a stock. If I buy a stock, I actually bought stocks for my kids. Right. I do have kids that I didn't birth, but that are my children, and I have children, and I am expecting to have children of my own, but I bought some stocks for them. Now, those stocks, they don't even know they have stocks. They are accumulating money. It's a passive income. When they are ready to take care of those stocks, I will give them the stocks. But let me tell you this. It's a blessing, because they don't have to start from zero, from scratch. I had to figure it out myself. I don't want my children to figure it out. Let me tell you this. If you were born in Africa or live in Africa, you know that there's something that actually African parents have done all these generations, that we need to break that in the name of Jesus. Our generation need to break that in Jesus' name. Like dying and not leaving anything, leaving the kids to just figure out. I don't want my kids to just figure out. I don't want my kids to wake up and say, oh my God, I need to go toil because I cannot. No, 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 no. I want my children to be able to thrive. I want them to live to be able to thrive and not have to do something to just survive. I want them to thrive. I want them to start with something. They don't have to worry about what they're gonna eat, how they're gonna pay their bills, because I don't think that that's our purpose on earth. Our purpose is not to pay bills and die, because Jesus didn't come. Jesus came For 3 years, he had 12 disciples that didn't do nothing other than following Jesus and doing ministry for 3 years. Yet, they did not miss any food. They did not miss anything. And they had money to pay taxes, because the Bible says that Jesus told Peter to go in a place and found a fish full of coin. I'm not saying working is bad. Working is good. The Bible says faith without work is dead. But I don't just want to work to pay my bills. No, 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 no. There's something more. God created us to do more. God created us with something more than better than paying bills and dying. Or just waking up and toiling, and then going to bed and dying. I don't want my children to chase money. I want my children to chase their purpose, to live a life of purpose. Because when you live a life of purpose, money follows you. Mm-hmm. When you run away from money, money follows you. When you run towards money, money runs away from you. So, being able to become the best version of yourself is being able to live a life where it's not about money. I always tell people, this is not about money. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, leaving a mark. Like, I love Beyonce. Like, there's a song that she sang, I was here, and then in the first part of the song, it says, I want to leave my footprint on the ends of time, and know that there was something that I left behind. Being able that when you die, people don't have to go to the cemetery to see the tombstone and know that. No, people will say, wow, Aline said this, Aline did this. But if you just die after you paid your bills, the only people that remember you are your loved ones. I don't want just my loved one to remember me. I want the world to know that I was here. Not for fame, no. But that I made a difference. That I brought light. That I became a good steward of what God gave me to do. So, I don't want to take a long time. I'm tired. It's been a long day. But I want to tell you this. This is Valentine's Day. Many people are going to buy gifts and all that. The best gift you can give your spouse. I'm not talking about your boyfriend here. Like I say, it's a long-term thing. So don't just give anybody. Give somebody that you will be with. I would say your spouse. Wait to be married before you enter into that. Or your partner, I don't know. But or yourself. Let's start with yourself. Let's not even go for others. The Bible says love your neighbor as yourself. Before you invest in that person, start investing with. Before I invested in my boo, I invested in myself. In 2017, I did not go and invest in nobody. I invested in myself. And now I can invest in him because I started investing in me. What is it? You're gonna tell me, Aline, I don't have money. Jesus said one day, he said, he told his disciples, feed them. He was like he went to a mountain, and then people followed him. He preached, and then it was getting late. And then he told one of his disciples, he's like, hey, find something to feed these people. And then Philip is like, hey, even if we had money to do, first of all, the closest place to get the food is very far. Second of all, there is no money that we can raise that will be able to feed these people. And then Jesus asked, what do you have? And then another disciple, Andrew is like, well, there's this little boy who has five fish and 2 loaves of bread. Oh, I don't know if it's 5 loaves, 2 fishes. One of the two. But he had just like for himself. And Jesus is like, bring it. And Jesus multiplied it and they ate it. And 5,000 men without counting their families. So 5,000 families, right? Ate and there was remaining. Why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because God can multiply your little bit if you put it in His hand. I know that sometimes we feel like, oh God, I don't have enough. I've learned one thing. You really don't need faith when you have enough. You don't. Because it's so obvious. If you have enough, there's no miracle. But if you can be sustained with not enough, you know that it's a miracle. Look in your life. You can say, I don't have money, but yet you ate today, or you slept, or you did something. Look around you. There's always a miracle. And if you want to tell me, Aline, you know what? This is so good. This is so interesting. But how do I get an IUL? Where do I get it? What is the best thing for me? What is the best fit for me? What is it for me? Let me tell you this. I have a masterclass. I have notes and recordings. I have notes and recordings, not just notes. I have notes and recordings of those topics, especially for the index universal life insurance. This topic that I'm talking is week 5. I'm giving you the type of life insurance. I'm giving you the best kind that I can think of. Why? Like I just gave you the 10 benefits of the IUL. I give you more details on that. Why I encourage people to take the masterclass. Let me tell you this. Knowledge is the best. Like they always say, knowledge is power. Absolutely. If you go tomorrow to a life and insurance agency and you request for the IUL, there's so many plans. They will give you. That person who's going to talk to you, they're going to talk to you and give you a plan. After they sell you the plan, they get the commission. You are stuck with your plan. Why? Because you don't have the knowledge. Now, you will tell me, but Aline, it's Valentine's Day is Monday. What do I do? The first thing I'll say is invest in yourself. Get the knowledge. You can just enroll for week 5 and get the notes for week 5 and learn about it if you want to invest and give that gift to a significant other. But that's not even enough. The most thing that is enough is for you to get the knowledge, because it would be very selfish of me to come to you and tell you all the things I know about IUL, about all of the things that I've read, all of the things that I've researched in 30 minutes without giving you more details, without giving you more resources for you to go and read. And so many people actually are funny. There's somebody who told me the other day, why don't you give this for free? Why don't you just give all of this knowledge for free? If God told you to say it, why don't you give it for free? My question for you is, have you ever been to a school and tell them, even if it's a Christian school, I'm Christian, give me the knowledge for free? I've sat down and read books for over 50, 60, 70 hours. I have all the books that I've read with the references for me to do the notes that I made, for you to get it. The energy, the energy I put, it's I can't even put a price on it. That's not even relevant. And the Bible says in Proverbs 4:7, wisdom is the greatest commodity. Invest in it. When you are so used to free, there's no free that is valuable. You can never go to a free store and find a Louis Vuitton there or a Chanel. Never. Even if there is a discount, I love fashion. I have never seen 75% off on at Louis Vuitton or Chanel. Why? Because it's great quality. You cannot have a Louis Vuitton bag that will not last you for at least 5 to 10 years. Why? Quality. So if you want quantity, I'm not your giant. If you want quality, because I'm a woman of quality, I don't do nothing that is below quality. Everything for me, sometimes people say I'm a perfectionist. I'm not a perfectionist because I'm not perfect. But I serve a God of quality. A God of quality. Why will I be mediocre when I serve a God of quality? Look at Solomon. Solomon made a temple. Everything was gold. Extravagant. Now in this world, if we see it in this world, they'll be like, oh my God, why did you use this for all of this? So when I say this is now free, I'm not saying that to make money. Because let me tell you this, I've been an investor for a long time. I have multiple streams of income. So this masterclass is not really my main stream of income. But it is an investment for you. It is an investment for yourself. Because if you don't invest in something, you will never see the value of it. Let me tell you this, there were times I was buying books and I didn't even have money. But I will make sure that I will save and save to buy one book. And now the knowledge I gained from those books, I put them in notes. So I cannot do it for free. So the details of the masterclass is in the comments. I invite you to join. If you don't know what an IUL is, if you want to know how to be really to invest not only for yourself, for your spouse, but for your children and your children's children. How to be a good investor. For me, the IUL, like I say, it's my savings account. I don't have a savings account in the bank. No. My IUL is my savings account. Because number one, it's not affected by the inflation. So when the inflation goes up or down or whatever, my IUL is safe. If your money is in the bank or in a credit union, it is affected by the inflation. So I invite you, get the knowledge, gain the knowledge for yourself, for your loved one, and give a gift that will not only bless you now or bless your spouse now, but also bless your children and your children's children in the future. So I invite you to enroll. The details of the masterclass is in the comments. If you have any more question, any more thing, don't hesitate to email us. Don't hesitate to send us a message or DM, whatever. My team will be glad to do that. But I encourage you to invest in yourself. Because the greatest investment, the greatest return on investment is if you invest in yourself. I had to invest in myself before I can invest in anybody else. I had to invest in myself before I could invest in you who's listening to me. So I encourage you, join. You don't have to take all the 5 courses. Take week 5, for example, if you want to learn more about the IUL and see the beauty of it. Because I promise you, it has a return on investment. And it is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and to your book. So this is it. I hope that I helped you. This is for me. This is the best gift I can encourage people to give to the people that they love, to their husbands, to their wives, because it's a gift that will not only bless you and be profitable to you and your household, but it's a gift that will outlive you. So, love you guys. Have an amazing Valentine's Day. Love your loved ones. And don't just wait for Valentine's Day to really express your love, please, because that's really a little bit lame if you have to wait for one day in a year to express your love to your loved one. No, that's lame. Just make sure every day that person feels special, every day that person feels loved, every day that person feels like they are the best person that you've ever had. So bye.